Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, maybe for some of you guys. Thank you so much, Isi Council, for giving me the opportunities to just share my experience, my life, just a bit of my life, so especially my career. I choose this title, a single step that can change your life journey or your career or even your life even, is because I really experienced it, and I would like to share to you what and how CEH can change my life anyway. Okay, I will go to my presentation. My name is Bailey Rachdianto. You can just call me Bailey. I'm a certified EC Council instructor since 2009, and I'm also an LPT master. As you can see, I also hold the CH master certifications, and then the certified hacking forensic investigator, ECSA, ECES, ECSS, OSCP, OCWP, CITP, and any other certification. So if you look at my of the slide, you know how old I am. I'm focused on IT security professionally since 1998 or 1997. What I say professionally is because actually I start programming since 1984. Wow, so long ago. Using Commodore 64, Apple IIe, and I've been busy, but now I'm very busy traveling around the world, delivering the IT security courses and do some IT security consultant in Asia Pacific, in some of the countries like Australia, Indonesia, Malaysia, and right now I'm in Singapore, Hong Kong, and any others. And my clients is from full range of local and multinational company, just to name a few in my slides. And thanks to Easy Council, I get an award as a Circle of Excellence instructor in 2010, 2012, 11, sorry, 11, 12, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and I awarded as a trainer of the year or instructor of the year in 2014 and 2019. Thank you so much, Sis Council. Okay, so the agenda for today, just a very simple one. Why CH, and then actually I missed one more thing. Once upon a time, the history of me, and of course we're gonna talk about career path and prospect. And this one normally I would like to ask to my student why you come to this class, for example, and are you sure you want to focus on or take CEs or specialist in this field, right? Yep. Okay. So in this term, right? Hacker actually, we have a few definition. Actually, a definition like, for example, last time we know there is a hacker, there's a cracker, there's a black hat hacker, there's a white hat hackers, and any others. But now I can say almost all the same. Yeah, black hat, white hat, and gray hat, they are also the same. But it's to the bottom line is they have skills, and they are able to create and explore and into the computer system, especially in the security. But some of them also use the knowledge to compromise and do the illegal things. So the interesting terms in here is ethical hacker. These terms, why hacker can be ethical, and because they have a license, they have a permissions, and thanks to this ethical hackers job, because now we can make money to legally, because last time I still remember when I hacked phone line in year 1988, if not mistaken. We just do that for fun, but until since year 2000, if I'm not mistaken, we have a new provision is called a pen tester, right? And somehow, it's quite funny because even now hackers can get certified. So you'll be proud if you can have, or you can show to them, to your friend, I am a certified ethical and hacker. So this is interesting, because yeah, last time it was a bad things, but now it's a good things anyway. Okay, this is just some story about last time. I do start programming using a Commodore 64. Maybe some of you guys know already about this very unique and very yes, as you can see the specification, the memory is only 64 byte, kilobyte RAM, and then actually I start using my computer programming also using Apple IIe, and then in 1987, thanks to my parent, they give me IBM personal computer XD, which is only has 640 kilobyte of RAM. Can you imagine? So the reason why last time I like computers is because of this one. Maybe some of you guys know about this. If you know about this picture, that means you are the same age as me. Okay, anyway, this is my favorite game last time. It's called Digger, and I played this using my Apple II PC, Apple IIe, a long time ago in the 1985. And I was very curious how people can write this application or software or game like this. And then yeah, I'm also curious how if I want to under quote hack this game, because always lost on this game. So that is the first time I learned about debugging using assembler and hex editor to change my score, to change my life in here, and then I play Digger. So I spent a lot of time last time, not like any other people. I spent most of my time in my childhood in front of the PC until my mom even get angry with me because I always stay in the PC. I never go out, hang around with my friend and so on. But that is, yeah. Now if I remember that times, yeah, that is actually the my decision or my first hacking experience under quote. Okay, the first programming language that I learned is Basic. If you remember, there was a Basica in this one is there. Yeah, as you can see, it's the high level programming language, but that Basic is not enough, because I also need to learn assembler language, to hack the application or to hack the games. And wow, there was a magic that time internet is coming. I still remember I used this US robotic, but that one is their up modem. So it's quite funny because using, and there was no security at the time. I still remember in year 1995, when the internet is the first coming in my country, and then after that, yeah, using these technologies, it's opened my eyes, open your mind, and the world is actually in front of you. So I like internet. Yeah, I spend a lot of time in front of the internet, and yeah, because there was only a dial-up, only 28K per kbps. Then it's quite expensive at time, and then using my previous knowledge before, thanks to my ISP, but I cannot say to my ISP name, yeah, because they give me an server access, a telnet access. So what I mean by thanks to my ISP, because there was no security at that time, so I can get thousands of dial-up ISP accounts illegally, of course, but just for fun because I want to avoid to pay the internet. So yeah, but because yeah, today is 2019, so it's been a long time ago. Uh, I was working as a PC desktop support last time, and then moving to server admin, and then network admin, network engineer, internet engineer. And actually now you're lucky, guys, because if you want to become a CEH or you want to learn about hacking, you don't need to spend a lot of time and browsing the internet or chatting in the hacking groups and so on, because now hacking tools, software, or even tricks, hacking tutorial videos, and everything is available on the internet and easy to find. You can just googling how to hack something, how to hack wireless, for example, tutorial of on how to hack Windows system and so on. And even worse, there's a lot of new technologies. Like on this example, this is in 2014. I present this new techniques in hacking, but yeah, this one is from one of the conference in Black Hat conference in US. But a lot of people they use this new technologies. It's called SID attack. Don't worry, guys. What is that? Later, if you see me in my class, if you join my class, I will teach you about this. It's called human interface device attacks. All right. So this is, I was very, yeah, I'm very surprised, and you know, how now you can easily become a hackers, and also now not only a hackers tools on everything is available. Okay, so this is the main topic actually. Now, what you can become as I mean, what you can do, or what is the career that you can have if you have a knowledge as an ethical hackers. Of course, um, like I told you just now, you can become a pen tester and auditor, and is a part of the information security auditing or testing. Or you can just work like me, working as an IT security consultant. I'm a freelance IT security consultant. Or another interesting is, because now, as you know, all the government now they are already aware about the internet security or cyber security. So most of the government, they have their own cyber army, and if you are lucky, you can join with them. I also join with some secret and confidential project with my governments. And if you want to make more money, you can become as a bug bounty hunter, or as a security researcher, and then um, yeah, a bug bounty hunter, normally they will try to find a problem or vulnerability in the application or in the software on their product, and then they report to them, and the award, and then the vendor will give you the award. Award can be from $500 to 2 million US dollar. Can you imagine? So I have a friend who make around $5,000 to $10,000 a week, just to become a bug bounty hunters. Or you can also become a trainer and speaker like me. But yeah, you need to be, yeah, you need to have, you need to know the consequences as well, right? To become a trainer and speaker, you have to travel around the world. um, you know, I took my CEH on 2008, if I'm not mistaken. It was only 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. And then I became a CI in 2009. And from there, yeah, thanks to Easy Council to give me an opportunity. So I travel around the world to deliver the training and security. Yeah. Or last, you can become as a black hat hacker as well, but I'm not recommend or suggesting you to become a black hat. This one actually, yeah, no use. How? Why you want to become a black hat if you can make money from all of this? To become pen tester, I just want to cyber army, bug bounty, and speaker. So this one, yeah, don't to become like this. Or if you want, take it at your own risk. And you know what? Because cybersecurity is universal knowledge, and everyone now already aware about the importance of cybersecurity. So you can work worldwide, everywhere, anywhere, anytime, and even yeah, from anywhere as well. Okay, so yeah, this one, I'm sure you know. Why I would like to highlight this one is, there is a good news for this. We have penetration testing, or basically hacking, legally hacking. The job of pen tester is to monitor or evaluate the system security by attacking the system. And what is the good? things, the good things, and the good news is in most of the country, we have a regulation like in Singapore, in Malaysia, Australia, or even any other country, that the government institution and private or government companies, and they must be pen test at least every 2 years. Every twice a year, every 6 months. So can you imagine? Um, you will have definitely a non-stop project from January to December. Even now, I'm very busy this end of year because I also doing some of the IT security consultant project, thanks to the regulation as well from the governments, and also from the standard. If you know ISO 27001 and any others, if the company, they must follow the standard, that they have to be pen test, the system have to be pen test every 6 months or every 3 months, especially in the banking industry or financial industry. So don't worry guys, you will get uh, I am actually I also run out of my engineer. I have some teams, but I need more engineer or more teams to do some of my project. Right. Okay. So this is the main point, as you can see from this visualization. You know what? If you look at this, yeah, you know, this is year. Oh, sorry. Uh, um, I never work as what you call work in the one company because last time I didn't finish my uh, college or my school, but don't follow me. It's not good because I was very busy with the project. I work as a part-time programmer, analyst programmer, and then I work, as you can see from my path, my career path, I work as a system and network engineer. Normally like that, you were a programmer, and then after that, the boss give you a task to manage the desktop, the PC. If yeah, I tell you the secret. I start my career as a LAN cable technician. My job, my first job is just to install all LAN cable. Can you imagine? And then in year 95, internet is booming, so I work as a system and network administrator engineer, and in here I work as a freelance as an advisor with one of the company and some company to do some project. And but still, I'm an independent IT security consultant. As you can see, from 91, and yeah, I have a change last time to get my degree in 2006. Long time. I mean, can you imagine? But don't follow me. Still, academic degree is important. I mean, if you are still young and you are lucky, finish your degree and then complete your degree with this certification. I have some partners in here in some of the countries, and then yeah, this is some of my clients, and just to name a few, right? So yeah, I already told you about this, and yeah, if you ask me where I am now, I'm actually living in a suitcase. I mean, if almost every week, almost every weekend, I'll always be in the airport to fly to go to the other country. Like tomorrow, I have to go back to Indonesia, and then after that, I have a class in one country in Asia Pacific. This is another example. Last time I got an offer as well. As like I told you just now, you can work from anywhere. You can work from, you can get a client from any other countries. Like because as you can see here, this one is 6 years ago. I have a project in Romania, that requires you to have the certification. So you cannot just say, okay, I'm good in hacking, but if you don't have certification, yeah, it's not easy as well to find a job or to get the project, because certification is to prove that you are have a capability and skills, and you must always keep up to date, because if you want it to take the certification, the client will believe that you always have the update knowledge, because certification you must renew, you must retake the exam and so on. So this is just some example of an email last time. I got a lot of project. Not to mention the message in my LinkedIn, in my WhatsApp, and any other social media. But actually, I don't have social media. I am introvert person. Okay, if you ask me about the salary and income, to be yes, of course, don't expect too much as the first time. I mean, take the experience first, but I can just give you some ideas like yeah, about the salary. I can say it's more than enough for me. Like for example, like just now I said my friend, he can make 10,000 5,000 to 10,000 US dollar per week, just to become a bug bounty hunter. And it depends on the country as well, depends on your experience, and depends on your what you call the certification. eh. But if I'm not mistaken, if you just googling, the IT security certification is range from 25,000 to 120,000 per year, US dollar, in. But yeah, that is the average salary of the IT security persons. But yeah, my advice is take your experience first, take certification, and then take your experience, and then the money will follow you. Okay, so now my question is, yeah, maybe oh, well, really, I want to become a CEH, and I want to become a certified ethical hackers and pen tester and walking around the world. So, are you sure or not? Because you may not have time to sleep. Yeah, yeah, hacking is like in the movie nowadays. I like to explore because I'm busy during the day, deliver training and so on. So still we need to keep up to date with our knowledge. So I have to explore my knowledge during evening, at night, until maybe in morning. And the other funny things is hacker also can get hacked as well. I mean, don't be surprised. Sometimes this is an example of a screenshot from my class where some of my students they hack my they hack my wireless access point, and then they change the name of this point to become like this. But it's okay. My website also got hacked as well last time, so that's why last time I want to learn about security because I got hacked so many times. Yeah, it's like one if you want to learn how to ride a bicycle, you need to yeah, you cannot just go take a bicycle and then run it. And you may have to do work 24/7 for some of you guys if you're still young. Don't worry about this, but yeah, be careful. You have still to maintain your health because now cybersecurity is really demanding. A lot of project, a lot of seminars, a lot of research for the cybersecurity. And if you're lucky, you can travel around the world, like I told just now. But again, you must keep always up to date to study and improve yourselves. And I have some any others concerns, like yeah, you must be patient. Okay, hacking with patience, right, like that. So this is my some of my suggestion. And anyway, you can go to the jail as well. You can, if you yeah you use your knowledge illegally. So yeah, of course, there is some required skill set. If you look at this, wow, so there's so many. Yeah. Because why? Security is not only hacking into the website. As you can see, security is from the data link layer. You must protect your data. You must have a knowledge, of course, in networking, and you must have a knowledge in most of the operating system: Windows, Linux, Mac, or Android, iOS, and any others. So this is a required skill set, but don't worry guys, you can learn from, I mean, you need to be more expert, you need to be very expert in all of this aspect, but at least you know how it works. And the most important thing is this one: hacking techniques and tricks that you can get now easily. You must also have some knowledge in open source and proprietary technologies, and many more. And the more knowledge, of course, there is no I can say there is nothing to lose if you learn a lot of if you learn a lot of the systems. So this is just to give you an example of at least you need this the area of the skill sets. Yeah, but anyway, still when you're busy, when yeah, if I'm busy, it's fun anyway to become a CH, to become as the cybersecurity engineers, because like I said just now in most country now they are aware about the cybersecurity, the importance of cybersecurity. So this is some of the picture that this is when I last time, if I'm not mistaken, when I deliver a public seminar about the cyber world and the dark web in Singapore, in Singapore Forum of Cyber World, and this one in one college in Malaysia from second, and this in Myanmar, and this one in I forgot where. Oh, this is in Hong Kong for second. So that's why I become a trainer as well, speakers, and I do a consulting project and advice, IT security advisor. Oh yeah, this is next. I like to collect this luggage tag because and I put it in my room because I like to see. Oh, okay. Since I took CES last time, and this is my all of the my journey. I fly almost around the world, from Asia Pacific, Europe, and to US, yeah, to deliver and to conduct the training or to do some consulting projects. So I like this. I will still keep collecting this luggage tag, and yeah, like I told you, yeah, I'm living in a suitcase, so it's fun anyway. This is another picture, because I'm mostly now I'm doing a lot of training or speaking. So this is another yeah, when I deliver or conduct a workshop for I forgot 100 people in one of country about the and IT security for the non-IT security people. So the moral of the story is I took this quote from Lao Tzu. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single steps. Everyone must start with the single steps. Some of my friends, some of my students, when I meet them nowadays, they ask me, "Oh, really? How can you can become like that? Oh, I want to become like you as well." And then I said, "You must start from the single steps. You must start with a small steps. Take a certification, take your specialization, like for example, if nowadays is cybersecurity is the most demanding topic, so why don't you just take a certification?" And one of the if they ask me what is the certification in cybersecurity, one of the most popular certification in cybersecurity of course is the CEH, certified ethical hackers. Don't be shy, don't think that, oh no, really I'm afraid, I don't have a programming skill, I don't have a lot of knowledge, what operating system skill, I don't know Linux, I don't know Mac. Don't worry, you must, you start with a single step, and then you keep constantly learning, doing, and go to the next steps until yeah, you can go to the higher level in the cybersecurity certification, for example, and just follow it. And yeah, this is really I feel it really. I experience with this. I don't know what who I am, how I will be to be if I'm not, if last time I didn't take the CH, for example, if I don't become a certified hackers, or if I don't take my job as a network admin or internet engineer, maybe I will. You know what? Last time I was I have what you call this. I have a dream that after I finish my school, college, I will work in a bank, just working like in normal worker, full-time worker, 9 to 5, and then after that, yeah, you go, you what you call this, you follow the career path. But luckily and thanks, because I choose this step, and then yeah, I can become like here right now. Okay. So you can see this is how to become a CEH. CEH is one part, one of the course, the basic course I can, the core course in the from EC Council. Later on, maybe this for the yeah, there is one from EC Council will explain to you about this. So this is the normal track to be as a VAPT track in the vulnerability assessment and pen testing track, and this is the most popular one. So you take the CEH, and then now we have also a certified ethical hackers, the practical exam or practical test, and then after you pass CEH, after you pass CEH practical, then you can take ECSA, and then after that you can take the LPT, license penetration tester. I'm also an LPT review member board, so then yeah, the job roles, thanks to the NC standard certification, because AC Council now has follow the standard from NC and SI. So you can, after you get an LPT, you can become as an information security assurance, information security manager or specialist or engineer, or it's up to you. And some people, they like technical things, they like, some people they like the management things. And yeah, and this is just a definition I took from EC Council. The certified ethical hackers is the people who has a knowledge same like hackers, but they have an ethical as well, and they have an ethic as well. And yeah, the knowledge start from the simple one to the advanced hacking techniques and head-on hacking tricks. And there is one more thing that you must uh, consider, is when I, for example, when I give an awareness to the user why you need to become an ethical hacker. If you want to secure your system, yeah, you need to think like hackers, because hacking is like in the real world. For example, I want to secure my house, I want to secure my home, I want to secure my car. So I need to know how the bad guys, how they do the activities, how the bad guys steal the car or break into my house. So you need to think like a bad guys anyway. But yeah, mm, um, yeah, thanks to the new profession nowadays, we have a penetration testing skill, sorry, jobs or professions. Trust me, it's never too late to start. You are still young. I'm sure most of you guys is still young. Uh, I didn't tell you guys. I don't tell you guys my age, but as you know, in this universal work, they when I deliver or I do a consultant work, they never asking for my age. They don't ask for my birth date because the most important one is your skills, your certification, your accreditation, your what credibility, and any others. So yeah, this is some of the not some of the, this is the outline of the CS course. As you can see, if you take the CS, I have another class. I have an IB class, if I'm mistaken. IB, an online class. See, you can even now learn or take the class online. Easy Console provide you with the, what you call this as an iWeek, where you can take the class online from your home or from your office. I have my online class, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, next week or the next week after that, 16 to 20, where we are going to learn about this 20 modules. Start from the simple one, introduction to ethical hacking, and then the 5 steps in hacking, footprinting, scanning, and gaining access, and how to create the malware, how to create the backdoors, and then sniffing, and any others basic skills of ethical hacking. And so this is the outline of the CH. You can just go to the EC Console website So we have the latest one. The latest version is the CH version 10 for the CH course outline. So yeah, the good thing from the iWeek class is you can uh, take this class from your home. So it's very flexible time and no need to attend the class. Thanks to the internet, thanks to the broadband access, thanks to the technologies, so we can do this remotely. This one also another example of the of the simulation of the what we call this as ilabs. Ilabs is actually the virtual labs that you don't need to have your own labs. You don't need to configure your servers, or you need to have more than one PC. Easy Console provide us with the ilabs, the virtual labs that consist of a few or I forgot how many machines, 16, 20, 50 machines, but there are so many machines that we can use to practice our skills, and then we can use to practice our knowledge in the iLabs, and all you need is just only your browser. So this is an example of from module 14, hacking web application labs. There's a step-by-step in here how to do this lab, and then it's very clear. We can do this lab by just following the steps, and then of course in the class later I will explain about the steps, the theory behind, and the concept about this techniques or attack. So this is an example of the ILabs in the IB course, the CEH class. ECSC also have this one, LPT also have this one. Yep. Anyway, yeah, sorry for the long presentation. Thank you very much.